Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get on, y'all. Better get me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Man, oh man. Grateful for it. Comes with a huge amount of responsibility. I didn't really know I was going to have to be this responsible. You know, can I share something with y'all? I started out to finally I had gotten on track and was able to see a way to even pursue my dream. It has been a long trip that I've been on, and I've gone through so many phases of it. It is rewarding along the way to accomplish your dreams. What I'm saying is this. Let me put it together because I got so much running through my head right now. You know, it's one thing to accomplish your dreams, but there's joy in the process of achieving it. See, some people are so caught up in the goal, the final goal, that they find no joy, no enjoyment in the process. If you have found what it is you want to do and you strike out on that journey, please understand you are far more blessed than the average person. Do you understand that? To know what it is you really want to do, to find your work in life, your purpose, to find out what direction you want to go in is such a blessing. The average person, if you sit down and talk to them, oftentimes don't have their life on track. And it be some people that you looking at, you think got it going on because of their appearance, their swagger. Oh, they walk like it, they talk like it, they look like it. But if you sit down and talk to the average person, man, does not know what their purpose is, has not discovered what they want to do, and have no idea how to get there. If you are on the other side of that, if you understand your purpose, if you have an idea of what you want to be, and you are on your way there, you are truly blessed. And in that blessing, you must recognize it as a blessing. You must recognize the fact that you are on the right side, and that there should be a sense of accomplishment and a feeling of pride in you that you are on track to accomplish your goal. See, what used to happen was sometimes I used to keep my nose so on the grindstone that I wouldn't even look up and realize, man, hey, man, I know you're trying to get here, but Steve, hold on, man. Can't you see what you've done so far? Can't you find just some joy in the process? See, a lot of us lose the joy of the blessings God has given us because we looking at the end talking about, I ain't there yet. You on your way. I'm going to give you an example. I had a friend who told me that they wanted to be a millionaire. And they asked me some questions. And I told them. So they started the process. And I am telling you, this dude works extremely hard. So about a year later, we were talking. He had found this business. He had set his goal, and he was working towards it. Then about 2 years later, I ran up into him again. We were talking about it and everything. He said, man, really, really appreciate the advice. He said, man, but this is all jacked up, man, because I still ain't made that million I was talking about. I said, well, hey, man, just keep at it. It's coming. He said, man, keep at it. Man, you know how long I've been doing this? And I got quiet because, yeah, I know exactly how long you've been doing it. Been 2 years now. And I didn't say that to him, but I said to myself, yeah, 2 years. He said, man, I've been grinding so long, man, it ain't happening for me. I said, wait a minute, man, hold on. I said, about how much you making right now a year? Man, about $250,000. I quit breathing. I said, well, my man, 2 years ago, you didn't have a clue. 2 years later, you making $250,000? I said, man, do you understand how blessed you are? I said, man, your family was about to get put out 2 years ago. You done bought a house? Yeah, man, but this ain't the house I really want. Whoa, partner. Whoa, I got that. The house you really want might cost $8 million. I don't know. But, man, y'all got a house. You making the payments. You drive it. You ain't out no more. I said, hold on, man, you got to stop. I said, you got to stop. I said, man, because right now, man, you coming across as real ungrateful to me. So I know God, who has done all this for you, got to be looking at you with his arms folded. But then he God, so he probably handling it all together different. I was just speculating with him. And so he said, man, why you tripping like that, man? Man, you act like don't nobody want to have nothing but you. I said, whoa, man, where you going with this conversation? I said, oh, I didn't come to you. I just came to you and asked you how you doing. And I'm trying to point out to you that the journey that you started on, that you are on your way and you are in the process of accomplishing your goals. And can you not feel some joy and some pleasure in your accomplishment? Quit tripping on the fact that you ain't made the million yet. You on your way. You done went from, he thought this dude was making $15,000 a year. You making $250,000 in 2 years, man. Come on, man. Can't you see? Can't you see? So he said eventually, man, I kind of see what you're saying, but that ain't about nothing to me because I ran up into him a year and a half later. How you doing, man? Man, I sure wish I'd appreciated my life when I had it like that. I said, what you mean had it like that? Man, I just fell on some hard times, man. I'm right back where I was. And then we talked. I said, hey, man, don't worry about it. I said, once you know how to accomplish something, I said, you just reapply the same principles and start on over again. Man, you know how hard it is to start over? Okay, my man, hold up, partner. You finna do yourself like this again? First, you wasn't grateful for what you had. Now you're looking at the fact that you might have to start over, and you know how hard it is to start over. But you have the knowledge, the principles, and you got a little bit of money to go on and get it going again. I said, man, don't keep doing this to yourself. I said, man, you ain't grateful no matter what God do for you. So what you need to do, partner, stop, reassess yourself. The fact that you were not grateful in the first place, could that be the reason where, man, maybe I'm not calling it because I ain't God. I do not know how he think, nor do I claim to know. But let's just imagine for a moment. Let's just say maybe for a moment, maybe God said, okay, you ain't happy with this? Okay, then handle it your way. You obviously ain't happy with the way I'm bringing it into your life. You want to handle it your way, go ahead and handle it. Because he will let you have it your way. Can I tell you that? He will let you do it exactly the way you want to it because he gives us all the power of choice. So then maybe he said, okay, you don't appreciate the way I'm doing it. You don't like the favor I'm showing you. You think it's taking too long. I'm going to let you do it your way. I'm not going to turn my back on you. I'm just going to let you do it your way. Just say maybe he said that. And now he right back where he was. So what I tried to get the young cat to understand was, man, appreciate your life for what it is. Because like Life Jennings got that song that he got out off this album, I Still Believe. It could have been worse. And now that it is worse, what's on your mind now? Folks, if you are on that side of life where you have figured out what you want to do, you know how you're going to get there, and you know your purpose, you're accomplishing what the majority of people never, ever do. So be grateful for your process. Don't tumble yourself. Don't throw yourself off the cliff. It's going to be all right. Success takes a measure of time. It is not easy. If success were easy, everybody would be successful. All right, y'all. I'm sorry this morning if I sounded a little all over the place and a little jumbled, but that's how it came to me. So, y'all keep your head up.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, animals, creatures, cartoonish, road runners and coyotes, Yosemite Sam and Bugs Bunny, Popeye and Brutus, Olive Oil, and what's the dude that had the hamburgers on Popeye? Wimpy. God, dog, my dude. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, let me have your attention. If I don't have it right now, Pac-Man, Galaga, Asteroids, Centipede,
Boy, come on,
Space
boy.
Invaders.
You got me.
Pick your game.
Dig Dug.
Dig Dug.
Leapfrog.
Yeah, leapfrog. Stuff I know. Dig Dug. It's a new game. Good morning, Shirley.
Good morning, Steve.
Carla Farrell.
Good morning, Steve, and thank you for shouting out my game, Galaga.
The captain of Dig Dug.
Morning, huh?
Tommy Tom.
Big doggy dog.
Yay. Well,
You good?
I'm fine, man.
Just say it. Just get it on out.
Man, I don't know where to start.
Can I say?
Much.
The probe for Donald Trump, the Mueller investigation supposed to end next week.
Yep, coming to an end.
Oh, man.
But they say
Get
we
your
the
reading
public
glasses together.
But they say we the public may not get a chance to see it.
Oh, no, don't tell me that.
They've been
They
saying
lying.
that though.
They lying.
They may not release it.
Well, don't worry, we got more.
Oh yeah. What?
Jussie got to turn himself in.
Yeah,
He
he's
got
been
indicted.
indicted.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yes,
Horrible.
That's really bad that he would make up.
We found another tape on R. Kelly.
That's who need to be in jail.
Yeah.
And
Well,
indicted immediately.
they did
doing him
shut
in
down
order?
his Chicago recording studio.
Oh, they both in Chicago. They might be in there together.
Wow. That boy right there, you know the thing about
He
you?
will fire him off.
Here's
won't he?
what y'all have to understand.
will fire
It don't
them off.
end at the pranks. See, y'all, see, it's
Where's
see,
this filter, Steve?
no,
comes
see,
up, comes
see,
out.
it's shocking to y'all because y'all don't understand the depth of it.
Well, you've known him way longer than we
Clearly.
have.
we
Ain't
found
none of this stunning to me. It's just the veracity that it comes out, the timing of it.
Man.
Every now and then he surprised me.
You a Jussie Smollett lie.
Boy.
You a Jussie Smollett lie.
You've been waiting to say that.
You got to let me have it.
Smollett
You got to let me have it. Okay? Come Friday night, West Point, I'm finna let him have it. I'm sorry. It belongs to all comedians at this point. I'm sorry. It is on and popping.
Lil Duval done already started. He done.
All right, then. We in it, then. Let's go.
Oh, no, but if you go to Lil Duval's Instagram, he on it.
All right, coming up, we're going to switch gears and lighten things up. We'll talk about the Smollett thing all morning, I'm sure.
Hell, he had already lightened it up.
Yeah.
You ain't hear it?
Well, anyway, coming up at 32 after the hour, Steve, questions to ask your partner before you commit long term. We'll bring in the CLO, the Chief Love Officer, coming up right after
I'm
this.
going to the store. Anybody want a foot long? Anybody?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, the Chief Love Officer, the CLO, is in the building. And Steve, it's a big decision, to enter into a long-term relationship. And before you take that step, make sure you are on solid ground. Would you agree with that, Steve?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. The commitment doesn't need to come with a ring, but you should present your boo with certain questions, and it helps you both to know what you're getting into. So, Steve, what about these questions? I'm going to read the questions off. Give me your opinions on these questions.
Okay.
All right. You can ask your significant other this. What are you willing to sacrifice for this relationship? Good question.
Not necessarily, because that's an open-ended question. Because if you ask a guy that, what are you willing to sacrifice for this relationship, what's the answer you would expect other than everything?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and nobody means that.
Yeah.
You know, everything is everything, and so I don't know that that's a great question.
So instead,
how should we
of this
rephrase?
question, give us one that we should ask. What are you willing
Well,
to sacrifice for this relationship?
I don't, because you're almost like, because of, how can he answer that correctly?
Okay, so just cross that out altogether.
So instead of saying,
Substitute it.
what would you be willing to sacrifice? I think a better question is, what does this relationship mean to you?
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Sacrifice
Or
through me.
on top of that, you would say, on your list of priorities, where is this relationship for you?
Okay.
I think that's a better way to phrase.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, because
Here we go.
Or
What would Jussie do? You could throw that in there too. I'm just saying. What would Jussie?
Yeah, exactly, Tom.
lie.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have? All right.
We
Here's
back to the original problem.
Yeah. Do you have another? Here's another question, Steve. Do you have anything that's non-negotiable? I'm assuming you're talking. They're talking about deal breakers here. Anything?
Well, okay. Now, this is for what? Tell me what this is for again, Shirley.
Okay, these are, it's a big decision to enter into a long-term relationship. So when you've decided that you're going to be in a relationship, you and this person, you want to make sure you're on solid ground. So these are some of the questions that's maybe we should ask. We're trying to figure out what should you ask
Moving forward
to
in the
find out.
relationship.
Yeah,
Well,
moving forward.
Into a long-term relationship, I think this question right here is not a bad question, but it should actually happen later on. See, why invest a lot of time in the relationship to find out about the deal breakers?
So should you already know the answer to this if you've been in the relationship
If
for
you're
a while?
considering a long-term relationship with somebody, you probably should have had this conversation beforehand about what's the deal breakers. Because what you don't want to do, oh God, he loves me, I love him. Oh God, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together.
Right.
I don't like women who have babies. Well,
I got
my
two
baby
kids.
back there asleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got two
that
kids.
ain't the time to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I like these. Okay, this is for if you have decided to be in a long-term relationship with somebody. Here's another question. What are your financial goals?
That's not before you get into. That's in the relationship somewhere. Can I tell women a slick way when you meet a guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
definitely.
know when you talk about your financial goals, you got to be in the relationship pretty good to ask that.
Yeah.
Here's a question I
Considering
created
marriage.
for women, especially women in our age bracket and 30 something and up. This is not a 20-year-old question you can ask.
Okay.
But in the 30s, if you're a lady and you're dating in the 30s, 40s up, here's a question you ask. If you want to know how much a man makes, here's the question I created for that without asking him how much do you make. Ask a man what he does in his downtime.
Say it again.
Ask a man what he does in his downtime.
So like his hobbies and stuff?
Yeah, what he does in his downtime. That'll tell you a lot about his financial stuff.
So if he says play video games or catch up on my reality shows or
Okay, that ain't what you want. So
hang out
move away.
Hang out with the fellas.
You know, I play golf. I collect wine. I read a lot. I all these things about money. I travel.
Okay.
I jump on a plane and go places. I like seeing
hobbies.
different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Okay.
am a coin collector. You know, things like that require some type of investment. I collect vintage cars. You got to have extra money to do all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
So instead of asking a man first night, you know, what do you do? How much you make? Just ask him what he do in his downtime. If he's a good and grown man, his downtime will be spent.
Yeah.
I create things that didn't happen. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. Or, you know, I pay for assaults on myself.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
There ain't nothing
If you
happen.
could pay a nice amount for an assault, you got a lot of money.
I hire African men to do different things.
You know, you could do that. Yeah, you got some money.
This has nothing to do with relationship questions. I just want you guys to know that. All right, Steve, here's the last question.
They stupid, both of them.
This is the last question. If you're thinking about entering into a long-term relationship with someone or a serious relationship with someone, what do you think
Shut
of
up,
this?
Junior.
What do you
Go
think
ahead,
of this
Jerry.
question? Do you have a history of mental illness in your family?
You should have been there and asked that. And all you got to do is go over their house at the holiday.
And then you'll know, Steve. Oh, that's
You ain't got to ask nobody nothing. Have you been over their house and seen anything that came out as crazy? Has anybody come bust out some double doors and you went, oh, Lord. Yeah. Or just go over there. You ain't got to ask.
So what's a better question?
No. Don't you ain't got to ask that. Go over there.
All right. Thank you. All right. So hopefully that has helped you if you're thinking about getting into a relationship. Coming up next, it is a nephew with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, we're going to talk about what everyone's talking about. Jussie Smollett, he's been indicted for filing a false police report. And Miss Ann will be here. She's on deck with our national news. But right now, it is a nephew in the building with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us today, Neff?
Adopt some white kids for Black History. Adopt some white kids for Black History. What?
Really?
Come on
This
now,
Black
do your
History
part.
Month.
Do your part. Adopt some white kids for Black History. 5 days. Teach them. All right? It takes a village. Let's go. Run it.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Valerie.
This is she.
Hi, Valerie. Listen, my name is Kadeem. I'm from Adoptions. I'm giving you a call. I'm sure you're aware that we're coming by tomorrow, and we're great. First of all, I wanted to say thank you for being a part of this adoption thing for Black History. We really greatly appreciate what you're doing. We want you to know that we have you scheduled tomorrow that we're going to drop 2 Caucasian kids off at your household. And hello?
You're going to drop them off at my house?
Right. Are you familiar with what's going on with colorful adoptions?
No.
Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. Your name has been submitted to us that you are volunteering to take in 2 Caucasian kids here during Black History Month, and you're going to teach them as much as you can about Black history for a week. They're going to be with you for 7 days. How many rooms do you have in your apartment so we can make sure that the kids have adequate space?
Okay. Can you tell me who submitted my name?
Ma'am, can you tell me, do you guys have a back door so that, there's an access
Okay, and where
front
are you
entrance and
calling
back
from again?
entrance? I'm sorry?
Where are you calling from again?
I am calling from Adoptions. But what I do
Okay.
need to know is will the kids have transportation? Do you have a vehicle that is definitely yours?
No, the kids won't have transportation. I'm sorry. You're asking me, no. Who are you again? And
My name is Kadeem, ma'am. I'm calling for Adoptions.
okay. And who submitted my information to
Ma'am, do you have adequate space to accommodate the children?
No. Who submitted my name to you to say that I was going to take 2 more? What
Ma'am,
the
I'm
hell?
asking you, do you have adequate space, and are you going to be having enough food to, for the kids to be?
No, because I have 3 children. I'm trying to feed these 3 over here, and no, I don't have enough food to feed 2 more children. Now, you're calling me, and who gave you my information?
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you another time. How many bedrooms do you have in your apartment unit so we can make sure that the kids are accommodated properly?
No, don't bring any kids to my house. I don't care. No, what color they are and what you need. Who submitted my information to you?
Okay, ma'am. Let me ask you something. How long have you been on your job?
Okay. What the Oh, no. Hell no.
I mean, your name has been submitted by...
I don't care what you but say. I'm not interested. You know what would happen if you drop 2 kids off, 2 white kids off in my house?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Oh, no. No. That's okay. I don't have time. I work 10 hours a day. I don't have time for that. You know, it's okay. You can drop them. You know what's going to happen to them if you drop them off? They're going to be right where you dropped them off at when you come back to get them next week.
Okay, ma'am.
Right
have you? Somebody has submitted your name that you don't mind volunteering to take.
No, you can take them to the who submitted my name. Take them to that. I don't need them.
Okay.
I don't need them. I work 10 hours a day. Take them to whoever submitted. How about you take them?
Ma'am, I work for the agency, ma'am. I'm here to try and get these kids a great place to get educated. And
no, that's okay. I'm not even say no about it. No, thank you. And whoever told you this, take them to that. I have 3 children of my own I'm taking care of. Who the will tell you that?
Well, I don't know exactly who submitted your name. All I know is that they said that you would be good as far as taking care of the children and teaching them about Black history.
Kids to them. Who told you that?
Ma'am, I don't. You know, like I said, I'm working here at Adoptions, and I'm.
Yeah, I don't know who you work for, and I have 3 kids of my own. I work 10 hours a day. That's the I'm teaching about Black History Month.
Okay, I mean, is it a problem teaching 2 more children and 2 Caucasian children who probably don't know as much about Black history?
It is a problem. I work 10 hours a day. I got 3 I'm trying to feed on my own. What? You need to take them children to that who told you to bring them to me. How about that?
Ma'am, I don't know. I'm not at liberty to give out the names on who exactly submitted your name.
I want the name of the Black who told you to bring some kids to my house. I don't even care that the kid's white. I want the name of the that told you that. That's what I want.
Ma'am, I don't have their names in front of me. I don't.
Who the told you to bring these 2 kids to my house?
Ma'am, like I said, I don't know who told me that. All I know is we're scheduled to drop them off at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Oh, what kind of man? They gonna be out there when you come back to get them. I didn't sign up for any more kids. Who the give me the name of the person who told you to bring me to
my I don't have the name in front of me, and actually I'm not at liberty to let you know who submitted your name. All I know is we're scheduled to drop 2 kids off at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Did you not hear what the I've been asking you? How the sign me up to bring 2 white kids? I don't even have a problem with the kids being white. They could be Mexican, Asian. That's not the point. Who the gave you my name?
Ma'am, I don't know who submitted your name. I don't know that.
Oh, no. You got to know who gave you my information because they know nobody been to my house.
All I know is, ma'am, I'm scheduled to bring those kids over there at 10 o'clock in the morning, okay?
Oh, that's who the told you that? Say, don't bring no kids to my house. I don't even care if they white. Just don't bring 2 more kids to my house, period. Period.
I will see you in the morning, Miss Valerie, okay?
In the morning.
I have one more thing I need to tell you about tomorrow. Are you listening?
You.
Are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening. You say whatever the you have to say to me right now.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your coworker named
Oh, I got these 3 kids, and one of them daddy ain't. Oh, God. Oh, I thought you were.
Valerie, you all right?
I'm all right.
All right, Valerie, I got one more thing to ask you. What is the baddest, and I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
There it is. Adopt some white kids for Black history. Everybody pitch in and do their part, okay?
Lord.
Oh, man.
Okay.
What, Junior?
I'm just saying, this ain't been one of our best Black History Months. We've had better years.
We've had better,
We
huh?
have. You're right about that, Junior. You're right about that.
White America, we sorry. We'll try again 2020.
West Palm Beach, Florida, the Improv, baby. I'm there tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday night. and Sunday night. Tickets are on sale right now, West Palm Beach, Florida. And you can rest assured, West Palm Beach, we are addressing all these issues Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night at the Improv. I got to do it. Let's go.
All right, nephew, thank you. Coming up at the top of the hour, it's entertainment news. We're going to talk about Jussie Smollett. He's been indicted for filing a false police report right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In today's entertainment news, according to Chicago PD, Jussie Smollett has been indicted for filing a false police report. It's a Class 4 felony, which carries a maximum of 3 years. 3 years. He could get 3 years for this. 3 if he's charged and found guilty. 3 years maximum prison sentence. Wow, the indictment was handed down late Wednesday.
I don't wish prison time on anybody, man.
Absolutely
it's just not a pleasant place, man. I hope the dude gets probation, and some community service.
And I hope he learns an invaluable lesson. Yeah, he needs.
Yeah, I mean, he should be required to do some type of therapy. Or something, some community service and pay the fine.
Yes.
Because it cost him a lot of money. But other than that, man, because I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what's going to happen to him, man, but I've seen people do a lot worse and not do no time.
Yeah.
You better talk, Steve.
Tell many lies, many lies.
Ain't nobody get hurt but him, and he ran. It's crazy what he did. I'm not justifying what he did at all, but I hope the young brother just get him some probation and, get him some help and pay the fine and do some community service.
And I hope he learns something from this.
Well, I mean, the lesson already learned.
Man.
You ain't it's no way he thought this was ever going to happen. So the lesson is learned. The fix is in. Now you have to pay. And let's just hope that the pay is through community service and a fine. Because I think it'll do more good.
Time, yeah.
Well, I mean, what he need hard time for, really? I mean, he didn't hurt nobody. He hurt some people who stood up for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, if my daddy was here, he'd say, good ass whooping ain't never hurt nobody. Just good ass whooping ain't never hurt.
He can't. This boy can't go to jail. That can't happen.
This is really sad.
Yeah.
This is just unbelievable.
I mean,
I know.
like we can't afford this.
It seems so unnecessary.
Yeah. It's just not necessary.
Yeah, 20th Century Fox and Fox Entertainment issued a statement on Wednesday saying that Jussie Smollett continues to be a consummate professional on set. As we have previously stated, he is not being written out of the show. So they want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Hell no. And I'm going to tell you something. To write him out now would be crazy because everybody going to tune in and see what's happening now.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll put that in the story.
The exact same footage.
We're like I have Empire. Where Jussie? And then somebody, he downstairs getting a sandwich. And then
his name is Jamal.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now?
No, he all the way in it now, baby. I've been waiting on you to get over here. Come on.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Don't leave me.
No, see, cause Carla gonna get mad at me. So I'm gonna stop now.
Like,
too late. I'm already there.
I'm gonna stop now.
This ignorant show right here, man. We don't care.
Lucius, where Jamal?
Now, who is Jamal?
That's
Jussie Smollett's character on Empire, Steve.
Well, that ain't what they call him on CNN. I ain't heard nobody say Jamal yet. They talking about Jussie on
name
CNN.
On Empire.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
He's Cookie and Lucius's son, Lucius Lion. Okay.
What? Yeah, we believe that too.
Yeah, good show, Steve. Really good show.
I'm a faithful viewer.
I watch it all the time. All right, we got to get to the headlines with Miss Ann.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much, everybody. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Well, things are looking worse and worse, as they said, for actor Jussie Smollett. That's because the Chicago Police Department officially named Smollett as a suspect for, quote, filing a false police report. That's a felony. He's now charged with 1 count of felony disorderly conduct. That's the specific charge. The actor, you may remember, reported back on January 29th that he'd been attacked by 2 guys who shouted racist and homophobic slurs, put a rope around his neck, and poured some liquid over him. But after releasing the 2 suspects over the weekend with no charges, and they were supposedly, said to be cooperating with the authorities, officials said they wanted to interview the Empire star again and then declared him a suspect. And as TMZ reported a few days ago, detectives presented evidence before a Cook County grand jury this week. Smollett's attorney still insists that the actor did not set up any attack. But not only does he face about 3 years in jail if he's convicted of this, but he could also be made to pay for the cost of the police investigation into the crime, which could run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. You'd have to pay for that, too. A self-described white racist who happens to be a lieutenant in the U.S. Coast Guard is under arrest after federal investigators discovered a huge cache of weapons in his Maryland home. Authorities say this guy admits that he intended to launch a widespread domestic terror attack targeting politicians and journalists. Democratic politicians. Officials say that 49-year-old Christopher Paul Hassan called for focused violence to establish a white homeland and that he'd drawn up a spreadsheet of targets, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Christopher Hassan is scheduled to appear before a federal judge this afternoon for a detention hearing. President Trump downplaying word that Special Counsel Robert Mueller may just about be ready to conclude his investigation into Russia's U.S. election meddling and possible ties to Donald Trump's election campaign. No matter what, though, Trump says it's going to be up to the brand new head of the Justice Department, William Barr, to decide how much Mueller's findings that the public actually ends up seeing.
That'll be totally up to the new Attorney General. He's a tremendous man, a tremendous person who really respects this country and respects the Justice Department. So that'll be totally up to him.
The Attorney General is actually not required to release any of the report. However, Barr has already told the Congress that he will make Mueller's findings public, well, as much as he can. Snow fell yesterday from the Midwest to Washington, D.C. and New York, causing huge airline delays, highway accidents, school closings. The airports yesterday, 37% of departures and 33% of arrivals were all canceled yesterday. Looks like there's another teacher strike on the horizon, this time scheduled to be in Oakland, California, and begin later this morning if nothing changes. And finally, today is National Rumors Day. Yeah, they're just rumors. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, Kylie Jenner is having issues processing the revelation that her best friend was involved in a cheating scandal with her sister Khloe's baby daddy, Tristan Thompson. Khloe Kardashian ended her relationship with Tristan Thompson for good after he allegedly hooked up with Kylie's BFF Jordan Woods over the weekend, making out with her at a house party. The question now is, what happens to Kylie's relationship with Jordan? Well, word is that that Jordan is moving out of Kylie's Hidden Hills, California home. And this is really, really crazy because these 2 young women have been inseparable. I mean, they live together. They've done everything together. They socialize. They do business together. And even, they dress alike. They kind of look alike in some photos. Yeah, I mean, they're really, really close. I mean, so what would you guys do? What would you do, Carla, if this was your bestie? Well, we know. Do we even
You
have
can't
to ask?
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. What would I do then? What would I do?
You Fifth Ward. What you think you gonna do?
Come on, say it.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Allegedly whoop her ass.
Yeah, this is really bad.
So crazy,
What
though,
you mean
y'all.
she missing teeth?
And I know young Kylie has to be torn because this is her girl. But that's her blood, though. That's
blood
Kylie's,
thicker than water.
Chloe's her blood, yeah.
They ain't loyal, Shirley. They
That's-
ain't out
yeah.
here. They ain't loyal.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? Okay. I understand what you all are saying. This brother can't be the brightest dude I've ever come across. There's no way you could have thought that you could have got away with that clean.
Right. And I'm more mad at him because he's older. She's a young girl. Come on, man. And
Dog.
you're dating her best friend's sister?
You can't.
Come on.
You can't risk your business that close. You ever heard the saying, You can't defecate where you eat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, bro, you all around the bowl.
Yeah, come on.
In it.
This is just...
You in it, bro.
Man, that's family, man.
But, I mean, he can't care. How can you care and do something like this?
No, he don't care. He don't have a clue.
You have a baby now. Come on.
That's really sad.
Yeah,
Like you said,
I feel
you
bad for all
6'9".
of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hide. You
Yeah.
play in the league. We know you.
Mm-hmm.
You're 6'15", fool.
All right,
Say, man, who the tall dude over there?
We got to go, guys. Coming up at 34 after the hour, breaking news, Jussie Smollett has been indicted for filing a false police report. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, if you're just waking up, if you're just joining us and you haven't heard, in today's entertainment news, this is according now to the Chicago Police Department, Jussie Smollett has been indicted for filing a false police report. That is a Class 4 felony. It carries a maximum of 3 years in prison. The indictment was handed down late Wednesday. The two African brothers that were involved with the case testified and claimed that Jussie staged the attack. Employees at Beauty House in Chicago, that's a beauty supply store, Chicago's uptown neighborhood, said the brothers came to the business the day before the alleged attack and purchased ski masks. Chicago police confirmed the authenticity of the surveillance video from the store, which shows the brothers purchasing numerous items, including a red ball cap, gloves, and ski masks. Now, TMZ says that the brothers said Smollett paid them $3,500 before the attack, but the reason for the payment is a bit muddled. Jussie wrote the check for $3,500, but he wrote on the memo line of the check that it was for training. TMZ is also reporting that the money was paid shortly before the incident, and it was for workout sessions and a dietary program with the brothers. Now, 20th Century Fox is saying that Jussie Smollett continues to be a consummate professional on set, as we have previously stated, and he is not being written out of the show. So there you go.
Today,
those are the
not
facts
today.
right now. Yes.
Next week on Empire.
They're going to come out with a new episode on Empire, though.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, you have
What's that,
some
dog?
insider information. Okay.
It's going to be a big episode. It's probably going to trend, going to be the most highly watched episode in the history of Empire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does it have a name, the
Yeah, it's
episode?
got a name. Yeah.
What? What's the name?
Jesse Goes to the Store.
Why did I ask?
I don't know. Sheila.
And so,
Where's the commercial
yeah,
break when you need
I know, right? I'm like, and so I want to say, then what happens? That would normally go there.
No.
That would normally go there, but
I'm going to reiterate what I said.
What?
Since it wasn't a violent crime and he did no harm physically
To anyone but himself.
to it, man, that he didn't really get hurt.
Yeah.
Other than people who supported him,
You don't get hurt when you said it.
you know, and then I guess the community that really jumped behind him, the LGBT community.
Q. Yeah, Q. I love
You
that.
know.
the black
Q.
community. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has something to say about it, but hopefully
Even the
what will
president.
happen to the young man is, in all seriousness, probation or fine
Counseling.
and community service and counseling.
Yes.
Some serious
Those
therapy,
four things.
yeah.
Counseling, community service, a fine, and probation. And I think that would be, you know, because, I mean, he's the embarrassment of all of this.
It's
You
just
better
unbelievable.
believe he's learned a lesson, because, man, this is it.
I hope that
I mean,
that's
this
my
didn't
issue,
come out
Steve.
at all. Oh, he learned a lesson. He won't be doing this no more.
Hey, man,
Well, if
I thought you went to get us some sandwiches. What you doing? What happened to the sandwich? Why the sandwich out?
Come on.
Been on the ground like that. What's wrong with him?
Come on.
What's that? What is that around? What's around your neck? What is that?
Work it through. Work it through.
Huh?
is he for real?
Okay, take that off. Take that off. What? Okay. All right. Okay, you look at me. You got a scratch on your eye. Where you get that from? But that scratch, that's a small scratch. That ain't that little bitty scratch right there. That ain't no big scratch. That's a little bitty scratch. Ain't no grown man done that. That's a little bitty scratch.
I'm going
I'm just
home.
telling you. Okay, where
I'm going home with you, Sheryl.
My bad.
Ain't your bag. Do what you doing.
Oh, my God. All right, well, listen. You know, like you said, hopefully he will learn something from this. Up next, it is the nephew's prank phone call. Wow. That's coming up right after this.
Hey, man.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, guys, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, what's with all the nude pictures? But right now, it's in the marinate on that a little bit. Right now, it is the nephew with today's prank phone call. What you got, Neff?
Oh, well, I think I want to let Lucius Lyons introduce this. Junior, if you would, this is
he
called...
here?
Yeah, Lucius is here. It's called Wedding in Jamaica. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, man, I can't believe it. My son all in the news and everything. Just lied on everybody, man. It was nobody but him the whole time. But right now, we finna do the prank phone call on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Thank you, man, for letting me come on and be on the show. But right now, we got Wedding in Jamaica, man. Wait till I see Jamal, man. He ain't gonna even believe what I'm gonna do to him when I see him. Man. I bet you this is his last week on the show, though.
Run it,
cat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Ivan, please.
He's not in at the moment. This is Janice. Can I help you?
My name is Mark. I'm calling from travel agency.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I actually have some information for him. He just finished paying his last payment as far as you all's trip. Now, you guys are getting married, going on a honeymoon. Is that right?
Right. Next month,
Well,
April.
congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Well, listen, I got your information for you, and I wanted to make sure the mailing address was correct so I could mail you guys flight tickets out as well as a few forms and things like that, so you guys would be pretty much well taken care of.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Are you pretty excited about this?
Oh, I'm excited. Very excited. I can't tell you.
Okay, good. Well, I'll tell you what. In April, I tell you, Jamaica, Queens is going to be a great place. The snow will have burned off by then, and it'll be pretty much the summer coming around, you know?
Snow? Jamaica, Queens? No, we're going to Ocho Rios in Jamaica. You know, the islands, the water.
Wait.
There's no snow.
Okay, well, hang on. I've been working with Ivan on this for quite some time. I actually have you guys booked to go to Jamaica, Queens.
No, there has to be some sort of mistake because we're going to Ocho Rios. So
okay, but that's not what I have. I have Jamaica, Queens. I have New York.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, you're wrong. I don't know if you pulled up the wrong person.
No, you're Ivan and Janice, right?
I'm sorry?
Ivan and Janice, and you guys are going out the second weekend in April. Is that correct?
That's correct, but we're going to Ocho Rios.
No, I have you guys scheduled for Jamaica, Queens.
There's a problem then because I'm not getting married there. Love New York, but I'm not getting married there. So what do we need to do?
I don't know what to do at this point right now, Miss Janice.
I need you to figure that out because I'm getting married next month.
And I understand
that.
I understand that. But I have worked diligently with your fiance, so to speak, and I got you guys scheduled for Jamaica, Queens. I have the hotels booked. I have your ground
Apparently
transportation
somebody
taken care of.
dropped the ball, and I know it was not Ivan. I know it was not him. Love New York, but that's not where I'm getting married.
I understand what you're saying now.
Okay.
I'm letting you know, because you're raising your voice at me. I'm letting you know that Ivan has scheduled this, and you guys are scheduled in Jamaica, Queens.
Okay. You don't let me know where I'm getting married. We've written you checks, so I need you to correct the problem. And I will continue to raise my voice until you or somebody at your wherever you are, corrects the problem.
Listen,
I'm getting married in Ocho Rios. Ocho Rios.
I have scheduled you. Okay.
You're not gonna yell at me.
I'm gonna try. I'm trying to keep my composure.
You've already messed up my reservations,
okay?
and now you're yelling at me.
No, I'm not yelling at you. I'm trying to keep my composure. Now, I've been working with your fiance, and it's been Jamaica Queens all.
We're done. I need to talk to your superior. I'm sorry. We spent way too much money. I'm getting married next month, and you're calling and telling me that I need somebody else on the phone.
Okay.
I need somebody else on the phone.
You
need to tell me where you are, because I'm ready to come where you. Where are you?
If
Hello?
you give me a moment, I'm pulling up to see if I can get some flights out to Ocho Rios. Okay.
Okay. I did not believe this last minute. Oh, I told him to go with. Oh my God.
Okay, ma'am. The flights are completely booked that week. Well, I
mean, need to make something
happen. Unless you want to get a private jet for $50,000 or $60,000, ma'am, there's no way I can get you in or out of Ocho Rios.
We've already paid you $. Make it happen. You need to make something happen. Okay? I'm being nice. You don't want to talk to Ivan, so trust me, you need to make something happen. Get back on your little computer, call somebody else in the room that can handle it.
I'll continue to sit here and try to be nice with you and tell you. You continue to raise your voice at me. Now you're using profanity at me. Your is going to Jamaica Queens.
Listen to me. It was your job to take care of transportation for us to get from the U.S. to Ocho Rios, from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. However that's supposed to happen, you were supposed to handle it. And I
handled it. Your man said you guys were going to Jamaica Queens, and that's what I took for. Now, maybe he
said Jamaica Queens. We were very clear, and I know he was very clear. I'm being very clear right now. If you just listen to me, you have one job. How you screwed that up, I do not know, but I need you to make it happen.
It's not going to happen. You're going to Jamaica Queen. Maybe you are his queen, and he's taking you to Jamaica, but that's not how he said it.
Listen, you simple. I'm not getting married in New York. Do you understand me? Don't mention New York one more time in this conversation. I swear. Do not mention New York.
Why am I not going to mention New York when that is the actual ticket I have you scheduled for?
Because you screwed that up, and you can ready to correct it. Get on the computer and correct it. Figure it out. Your job is, listen to me, your job is from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. Focus on that. Work it out. Make it happen.
Man, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you, okay?
I need you, first of all, to stop yelling at me. What the kind of customer service do you people think this is? I asked you earlier in this conversation to get somebody else on the phone if you cannot help me. Now, what I need you to do is figure out how you going to get me from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay, and I'm not getting on a boat. Don't bring up boats. Don't bring up New York. I need you to work this out. Don't tell me where I'm going to spend my honeymoon.
You're going to spend your honeymoon in Jamaica Queens, New York. Your fiance made a mistake. I'm not going to pay for the mistake, okay? And I don't have a flight available to put you on. How can we fix something like
before my fiance gets home? Do you hear me? Are you listening to me?
I can't work it out. I've already told you there's nothing available. Can you get it through your idiotic head?
Did you just call me idiot? Look, I need you to get somebody else on this phone. I promise you I'm about to reach through this phone and snatch you up by your neck. Who the hell are you talking to me like this?
This is the kind of service you get when you make mistakes and don't know where the hell you want to go.
We didn't make a mistake, and we know exactly where we want to go, and you are not listening to me. Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. Do you understand?
I understand one thing. Here's something I need you to understand. Are you listening to me?
Yes, what?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your girlfriend, Cindy, who is your matron of honor.
Oh, God. This is not funny. This is not funny at all. I'm married next month. Oh, my God. My hands are shaking. Oh, my God. Do you know if I could have found you? Oh, my God. I'm going to kick her.
There it is right there, man.
Yeah,
a wedding in Jamaica. But for real, though, my son Jamal, when I see him, man.
Wait a minute, who are you?
I'm Lucius Lyons. I'm not even going to answer these questions no more. But when I see him, man, he going to already know. He going to already know that I am not playing, though. He not going to bring this family down on some two Nigerians just that jumped him. He didn't even find nobody white, man.
He gonna
don't
bring the
nobody
empire
that
down.
love America watch no damn empire. They ain't watching us.
Anytime,
Where's Cookie? Where's Cookie? can't believe she ain't even out here got me fighting all these questions and everything.
All right, thank you, Lucius. Up next is the strawberry letter for today's subject. What's with all the nude pictures? We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, it is time now for today's strawberry letter. And let me tell you, if you need advice on relationships, on dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your strawberry letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right now, right here.
Let's go, let's go. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. It is the strawberry letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, what's with all the nude pictures? Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 65-year-old grandmother that has recently gotten back into the dating scene. After dating a few losers, I met a really nice 74-year-old gentleman on a dating site designed for seniors. We have been exclusive almost a year, and not long ago, I gave him a key to my house, and he gave me a key to his house. Last Friday, I went to his house after work so I could have dinner ready when he got home. Really? People do that? Oh, okay, sorry. I got to his house and decided to get comfortable for cooking, so I went into his closet to get a pair of sweatpants, and I got a T-shirt out of a drawer. When I got the T-shirt, I noticed 2 photo albums under the shirts. I looked at the photo albums and was surprised to see that they were full of nude Polaroid pictures of women, and he had taken the time to label each picture with the woman's name. All of the women looked to be between 60 and 70 years old. So these were not older pictures, meaning date-wise. I know everyone uses camera phones now, but my man's daughter gave him a Polaroid camera a couple of years ago, and he loves it. That night, I did not cook, but instead, I waited patiently until my man got home, and I confronted him as soon as he walked in. He got so angry, he would not answer me at all. It's all a blur now, but I do remember him telling me to leave and don't bother to change. I could keep his sweatpants and T-shirt. I was mad too, because I needed to know what kind of freaky stuff he was into. I haven't heard from him in almost a week, and now I think I overreacted. I feel bad for snooping through his things, but what's all those nude pictures for? Do you think he will ever talk to me again, or is this a sign that he is not the one for me and I need to move on? Okay. It sounds like you guys were pretty close. I mean, you were together, you say, for about a year. You had keys to each other's place. He had a key to your house. You had a key to his. I mean, I definitely applaud you too for jumping into the dating scene at 65 and 74.
Go on, get to the letter, Shirley. I'm not kidding about all that.
No, I do. It could be challenging the older you get, so that's good. I applaud them for doing that.
Go on, keep clapping, because she finna go through his stuff. Go ahead.
I know. That's the part I'm about to get to. Listen, when you have a key to a person's home, that means they trust you, okay? They trust you enough to let you into their home, to their sanctuary. That does not give you a key to go through their things. It just doesn't, because all the time, 9 times out of 10, when you go looking for something, you're going to find something. All right, why didn't you have your clothes with you, or have, I mean, seriously, I don't agree with you going through his things. That's just not a good look. But since you did it, now you know what you're dealing with. You know who he is and what he likes to do. He likes to take nude pictures of 60 and 70-year-old women. And you said they were taken fairly recently with this Polaroid camera. I know a lot of the kids are into Polaroid cameras right now because the pictures come out instantly and stuff, and it's kind of a fun thing for them to do. So he's gotten one, and he likes to do the same thing. So, I mean, he's mad at you for going through his things because he trusted you, and you're mad at him because you found the nude pictures, and like you say, you want to know what kind of freaky stuff is he into. Well, you've been with him for nearly a year. You don't know? You don't have some kind of clue of the things that he's into? You say, do you think he'll ever talk to you again? Yeah, maybe when things cool down. But you guys definitely have to have this trust conversation. It's broken now. Is this a sign he's not the one for you? Not if you don't like taking nude pictures and stuff, because that seems to be what he's into. Steve, that's all I have.
Well, she dead wrong.
Yeah.
She dead. She too old for this. The man, you 65. The man 74. You met him on a dating site designed for seniors, which means he been dating. That's what that means. He has been dating. Now, y'all been exclusive for almost a year.
What?
Almost a year exclusive.
Yeah.
Now, the Polaroid pictures you snooped in the man's stuff in a drawer under some clothes and found the photo albums and then opened them was taken, you say, on the Polaroid, and you say his daughter gave him the Polaroid 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, and y'all been exclusive almost a year, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Even if it is from that Polaroid camera, it ain't got nothing to do with you. You was dead wrong, ma'am. I'm sorry. Now, you done went through the man's stuff. All the women look to be between 60 and 70 years old. So these ain't older pictures. I know everybody uses camera phones now. My man daughter gave him a Polaroid camera a couple of years ago. He loved it. That night, now you over there to cook, right? You done went through the man's stuff, get some sweatpants, t-shirt so you can cook.
What?
Now you found the book, you done set it down somewhere. Nah, you just up in here waiting. I did not cook, but instead I waited patiently until my man got home and I confronted him as soon. Who are these heavens in this book?
Yeah, you don't fire off as soon as he walks in.
He got so angry, he wouldn't even answer me. My man, 74, he done been through this before. You ain't the first argument he done had with a woman. He know how to handle this here. Wait a minute, hold up. We ain't married. You ain't my wife. You done went through my stuff. Now, the man gave you a key to his house. He obviously care about you.
Absolutely.
Love you. You gave him the key to your house. He wants you in his house. Mm-hmm. Now, you done went and found some old pictures. Now you mad about some damn pictures. That's probably why you ain't got nobody now. And you ain't finna have him. See, now this is a shame, because you too old for this. He probably is too. But, well,
all right, Steve, hang on. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 after the hour. Subject, what's with all the nude pictures? We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject, what's with all the nude pictures?
65-year-old lady been looking for men and found this guy on this dating site for seniors. He's 74, gentlemen. They got out, been exclusive almost a year. He got a key to her house. She got a key to his house. She went over there after work so she could have dinner ready when he got home. You decided to get comfortable, went in his closet, got a pair of sweatpants, got a T-shirt out of the drawer. When I got the T-shirt, I noticed these photo albums under the shirt. They under the shirt. So she dug.
Yes, she did.
Right.
Yes, she did.
She done dug under the shirts. Photo album, surprised to see, full of nude Polaroid pictures of women he had taken time to label each picture with the woman's name. All the women look between 60 and 70, so they ain't old pictures. Now, she thinks she got him dead to right because his daughter gave him a Polaroid camera a couple years ago and he loves it. That night, I didn't cook. Waited home to come home. Lit right into him. He was so angry. Now, he done got mad at the woman because she done fired off on him. He's so mad he don't even answer her. Answer me! Who is these women? Answer.
Stop.
Otis. Okay. Now, Otis don't answer. I was mad, too, because I needed to know what kind of freaky stuff he was into. Well, he take pictures of women and put their names on them. Question is, was you in the book?
What?
The question is, was you in the book? Now, see, if you was in the book, then you consider yourself a notch in the gun. But if you wasn't in the book, could he have met you, and after y'all became exclusive, he cut it off? Because if you was just another victim, you'd have been posing. You've been with him almost a year. He ain't asked you for a picture yet. Maybe because you meant something to him. Maybe because you just wasn't one of the other ones. But now, because he can't trust you, and then you done fired off on him so hard, he going on. Oh, but you best believe he back in that book, though.
Yeah, let's get it cracking, baby.
Yeah, he back all off up in the book. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe this wasn't the one. Let me call Clara. Because, you know, they got an old name.
I was just getting ready to ask you that, Steve. What? Like what?
Gwen.
Yeah, I like her.
That's Tommy's favorite.
Barbara. Odetta.
Oh, what?
Odetta.
That's old right there.
Older.
Kizzy.
Ooh,
Kizzy.
Kizzy.
Charmaine.
That's all right.
I like Charmaine. Yeah.
Whitney.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Some of them ain't got an old name.
Oh.
Barbette.
Oh,
Jocelyn.
yeah.
Carolyn.
Carolyn, yeah.
Patricia.
Patricia.
These is the names. Do you think he will ever talk to me again? Probably not. Now, here was the line. Or is this a sign that he's not the one for me and I need to move on? I think the sign is you're not the one for him. I hate to tell you this, lady, but that was a horrible mistake you made.
Probably like you going through their stuff.
No, and really, and you approached him in anger with accusation. I need to know what type of freaky stuff he into. He was into you. He ain't asked you to take no picture. You wasn't in the book. Maybe he cut it off when he found you. Man, I found somebody really cool.
And Steve, just speak on how crazy that is to walk in the door and somebody charges you up like that.
With your damn clothes on.
Yeah, right.
This heifer, where your heels at?
Right.
Run up on me like, no, man, where you got my clothes on? Sweatpants, T-shirt, barefoot.
She should have had something. She should have
Probably
brought
ain't
her
lotion
own
your feet
clothes.
up. You know how you been in the feet shoes all day? He coming to work and you old, running up on him. Hair all over your head, glasses looking crazy. Been in there crying, ain't got no lipstick on. Run up on this man. He already 74. He ain't finna spend the rest of his life, whatever he got left, arguing with you. That man said, no, hell no.
Yep.
You messed up.
He wouldn't have given her the key if he thought she would do that.
He wouldn't have gave you the key if he didn't think you was the one. Ain't nobody else got no key. All them pictures. Anybody walked in on y'all? You messed up, lady. You made a mistake.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing you could do, if he has a cell phone, you can text or voicemail and tell him it was one of the biggest mistakes you've ever made. That you're willing to let it go and never, ever bring it up again.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
If
text
you would
him a
just-
new picture.
Yeah, I was going to say, send a picture with
just,
that.
and then just say, hey, look, if we could just get back to where we were.
Right.
I miss you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you could do. Or like if he won't talk to you, the best thing you could do is in the middle of the night, sneak in with that key, crawl up beside his bed and take his teeth. And then when he wake up, if he want his teeth back, he got to call you. That's all I got for you.
Okay. I done heard it all now.
It's too
I
bad.
done
Get
heard it
his
all now.
teeth.
This show is truly ignorant.
If you get his teeth, he got to call.
He got to.
He got to.
What's her name again, Steve?
Odetta.
Oh,
Freedom Riders.
right.
No. Oh, you talking about the girl in the letter?
Yeah, her name. What's
Let me
her
see
name?
what her name is. Alfreda.
Oh, Alfreda.
Alfreda.
Oh, Alfreda.
We'll miss Alfreda.
Why would she do that? All right, well, anyway, we got to get out of here. You can email us or Instagram us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM. Now, coming up in 10 minutes from the talk, it will be our girl, Sheryl Underwood, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, it's Carla's reality update, but right now it is our girl. Steve, introduce her, please.
Sheryl Underwood.
From the top.
Steve Harvey, first before I say anything, listen, if you're going to be in Tampa in mid-March, Tommy, I need to sell my tickets. Why? I need money. I know you'd be like, sure, but you got money. I need some more money. I be in arrears. I be making mistakes with my coins. So I need y'all to come to the Tampa Improv. Then I need you to come to Chuckles in Memphis so I can get that bag, baby. Y'all play too much. I ain't got it like everybody else. Okay, so I'm just doing my shout-outs for my shows because, you know, I don't get to talk to Steve every Thursday. Like, y'all, I got to wait once a week, cram mine in. So can I talk about anything I want to?
Go ahead.
What's on your mind? It's your
Yeah.
segment.
Steve Harvey, see, I only got 3 minutes. I got to bring it in there because I believe in my mind that Steve is my best friend in the world. Like, he got a Christmas list for me.
I am, Sheryl. I really am.
Yeah, in the world. Listen to me. So can I say what I feel?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Say it. If you would like to give advice, give it to me, Steve. I'm the person that need to double my money. Did I say that right, Carla? Are you happy now? Are you happy now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm the one that need to double my money. I like working at CBS, but I want to have shows on every network. I want to do other things. You ain't never going to have to fight me to love me, Steve.
I learned my lesson.
Hey. You got a star on your crown, Steve Harvey. I think the Lord will watch you go through all that. My servant. Whoa.
Man, my God's so good to me.
Listen
Boy,
to me.
I can't even
That's
tell
why
you.
you're so blessed. That's
I
why
can't
you're so
even
blessed,
tell
Steve.
you.
That's why you're so
Isaiah
blessed. But bless,
54:17.
but bless
Girl,
other
all
people, though.
day.
Bless other people. Some people don't appreciate your blessings of advice and, you know, and career advancements. Help other people's. Am I right? Did I say that right?
Yeah, you
Okay,
said
the
it.
other thing
You
you
said it
got to
right.
do, why is everybody get busted at the White House write a book 2 weeks later? What the hell y'all really doing on the job? McCabe, I believe everything McCabe say. I believe they was like,
You believe
how the hell we
McCabe?
get him? No, McCabe ain't lying. Listen,
the
all these
president is a spy for
yeah,
Russia.
these are all Republicans. No, this is how you know it's true. He said a Russian asset. Snap, crackle, pop. That means a spy.
That does.
Listen to me. But McCabe, Comey, all of them is Republicans. That's how you know this ain't no fake news. This is for real. They dropping real dimes up in here. They was trying to figure out, so they was counting up votes on the cabinet. Like, okay, Pence ain't going. We don't know how he gonna vote, but let's see if we can get Sessions. Okay, we can get the vote. Okay, we got this like a spade hand. We got 4 in the possibles, Junior. They was like, we ain't got enough votes to put him out. So what we gonna do? Let's leak it all. Let's leak it. Leak it. They ain't gonna never know it was us. They want that power by any means necessary, so they'll go along with this garbage because they knew had Hillary Clinton won the election, they was not going to get the White House back for at least 20 years because the Democrats was going to run the table. So they let this clown, and I'm going to say clown because I'm a Republican, so don't call Steve, call Sheryl. I'm a Republican. I'm still a registered Republican, and I know what's going on. I'm going to tell you what's really going on. They know that once they get him out of office, they got to find a way to put somebody in so they can keep control over it. They don't really believe in what he's doing. You notice when they start talking that talking point, like when Lindsey Graham eyes start glassing over, that's when you know he on that ooh-wee talking about he on that ooh-wee. When he choke up, we building a wall. Shut up, Sim. You know? Okay, I know what y'all want me to get to. Ready?
What's on your mind?
Come on.
Okay, let me tell you what I believe happened to Jussie Smollett. Okay. You know the new boy at the end of the season that got beat up by his own daddy. What's his name? What's that boy name? on the Empire. He the one that took over the computer boy.
Supposedly Lucius's son.
He is his son. I don't think he's the son. I think he's Exhibit. I think he's Shine's son. I think that girl went down there and got with Shine. You know how you trade product for product. So you got with Shine one time. Now that's Shine's time. Now he gonna be mad. Why? Because Lucius done already killed your daddy in the airplane hangar with the scarf. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now I know y'all think about what does this got to do with Jussie Smollett? You got to establish. You got to establish, Junior, the whole story of the son. If you watch Dallas. If you watch Dynasty, if you watch Falcon Crest, Flamingo Road, let me go all the way to Morgan Fairchild. If you watch every soap opera, there's always a patriarch of the town who had a dalliance with somebody else, and a son shows up to tip the apple cart. That's what happened. Why are you saying, well, why would Jussie Smollett possibly do what you accusing him of doing that he been indicted on from the grand juries? Let me tell you why. Because people panic when they think they about to lose this fame. So I believe, now this is only my theory. Don't say nothing to Steve and them. So you fake a letter, right? The letter didn't get the response you thought it was supposed to get. So then what you do? Then you call two Nigerians and you personal train with.
That don't even look white.
Listen, nowhere. All the way from the motherland. This dime got dropped in Black History Month. So there's no way that white people can claim this one. So then what happens? I think when you find out who bought the plane ticket for them to go to Nigeria. Mm-hmm. Okay? Y'all gonna find this out. Last but not least, when we whooping ass for $3,500 with a $500 hold, when did that start happening? When did that start happening? I didn't know you. Are we doing that now? Are we doing that?
And Cheryl, since you did mention Black History Month, you got to hear Junior's take on Black History Month.
But let me say this too. Yes. The worst part of this whole thing is when people are a hate crime from being homosexual or from being black. Yes. They not gonna believe us now.
That's right. The little boy
that's
cried wolf.
Steve, call your best friend in the whole wide world.
We gotta go, Cheryl. We gotta go. Thank you.
Stop playing,
Thank
Shirley.
you for coming.
You just don't want Steve to be my best friend.
Carla's reality update.
I got the mustache. You don't. I got the hairline. You don't, Shirley.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It's that time. She is here, Carla Farrell with Reality Update.
All right, thank you, nephew.
Yeah.
What, Junior?
I thought Lucius wanted to say it too.
Lucius?
Go ahead, Lucius.
Lucius who?
Lucius Lyons just want to say.
Okay.
Oh, man, it's top of 9 right now. It's time for Carla's reality update. But the real reality is my son, Jamal, man.
Get out of here.
He's stupid.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about reality. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's go there. Let's talk about that show.
Bring it,
yeah.
girl.
What happened?
Well, Portia thought that she was going to a charity event with her man, Dennis. And she was like, wow, because they went to the charity event in a helicopter. And she was thinking, man, they went all out for this. And they arrived at the location, walked into the room, rose petals all over the floor, photographers waiting for her. Portia's favorite singer, well, her favorite song, Lil Mo. Y'all remember that jam from the 90s or was it early 2000s? That song Forever by Lil Mo. Anyway, Lil Mo was in there singing her song, and then Portia, she knew it. She knew that her man Dennis was about to propose. And she was crying and everything, and Lil Mo was singing, and Dennis proposed, and he did really good on the ring. And you're just happy for Portia. She was she deserves happiness.
She's engaged, all right.
Yeah, Portia's engaged, new husband and new mommy to be on the way. So congratulations, Portia. Now, speaking of motherhood, good for her. That's right, Shirley.
Congratulations, Portia. You missed out on me, though.
A little salty there, Junior.
It's all right, though. Oh, everybody got somebody. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, moving on. Okay. Speaking of motherhood, Todd and Candy, they talked about, they talked to a surrogate about having their baby. And Todd, he's kind of like, what? he's kind of like not really on board with the idea of surrogacy and another woman carrying their baby. So he's not quite as excited about it as Candy is. Not just yet. So we'll wait and see what that journey is about. Eva, she's having a meltdown about her wedding and reception dresses and all that stuff the bride goes through. She's kind of going there. And, it's a lot of pressure to be a bride and all of that. But finally, Shirley, what do you think about Nene? What's going on with her? Now, you guys, here's the deal. I think she's kind of tripping a little bit. Nene and Greg are having marital problems. Now,
because
according
of what
to Nene,
he's going through, right, Carla?
Yeah, but according to Nene, Shirley, she's saying that they were having issues before he got diagnosed with having colon cancer.
Oh, see, we didn't know that. Okay.
So it just seems like to me, Nene's kind of a little selfish. She wants a lot of attention.
I catch it. Okay.
Yeah, and she feels like there's just some issues going on in her marriage. And I'm like, but your husband is fighting for his life.
Yes,
he has
thank
cancer.
you. Yeah.
He has
Right.
stage 3 colon cancer,
Yeah.
baby. He can't go out with you and have some wine, cocktails, and pay attention to you all the time. It can't just be all about you. This man is fighting for his life.
But he's always been there and done that, so she's probably having withdrawal symptoms or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's having a tough time adjusting. And it kind of makes you wonder, is she trying to set it up for divorce? I don't know what's going on with Nene.
Another one?
Why they going through cancer?
I don't understand what's going on with her with this.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It's just I'm bothered by watching this, and
Her
I just
behavior,
think that I just think that Nene is focusing too much on herself, and she needs to really, really be there for her husband and help him with this fight and not talk about the issues that they're having. This man is really fighting for his life. That's just me. What I'm observing.
Yeah.
I don't know, Shirley. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you. You know, they've been together in such a team for so long, and she just doesn't know how to handle it, I guess, when he's not by her side, always at the ready for her.
So adjusting and just trying to deal with it all.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
What do you think, Steve, Tommy, Jr.?
I hope that's what it is. I hope it's an adjustment. Just trying to
I think it's just.
I don't know. I just feel for the man because he's battling. I don't know anything about anybody's personal life. I just know that this man is in a real life battle for real, and I'm really pulling for him because I like the brother, man. I think Greg is good people.
And I love Nene.
We love her. I like Nene too. I love Nene.
I like Nene too. I really do. I was just speaking about Greg because I know he's in this battle, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm really, really pulling for him. But he's a good brother, man.
Strong too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a prayer of healing. We've been saying that ever since Greg was diagnosed with colon cancer. We are just praying for healing and that, Greg is strong, get back healthy. They fix their marriage, the family. So come on, Greg Leaks. We are pulling for you.
Yeah.
So that's Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'll move quickly on to the Kardashians. We've been talking about this. We talked about it earlier this morning about Khloe and Tristan Thompson, her baby daddy, calling it quits after, rumor was that Tristan was fooling around with Khloe's baby sister, Kylie Jenner's best friend, Jordan.
Lord.
They hooked up at a party. They were making out. And Kylie's just very upset that her best friend, Jordan, would be making out with her sister's baby
You
daddy.
think?
This is crazy.
Yeah, this is really nuts.
And for the record, Tristan has slammed this story, calling it fake news, and now he deleted the tweet saying that. But
Ain't no fake news.
No, it seems like Kylie
did that.
Yeah, she did some investigating, called people to see if this really happened, if Jordan was there. So, she's moving out of Jordan's moving out of Kylie's house. This is really bad when your best friend
right there.
Yeah.
That's stupid, man.
Something
Yeah,
stupid.
you're absolutely right, Tommy. It's just too bad. Too bad. And that's Reality Update. You can hit me up on social media at Lips by Carla. We can continue the conversation. Yes, T.
Any room for Jussie on the Kardashian show? You think he can go on there and be friends with Kylie? You think they'll accept him?
He damn sure can't come back to Empire.
Shut up, Lucius. Oh my God. All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you, Carla. We'll be back with more. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Former President Barack Obama and Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry took part in the first My Brother's Keeper convention in Oakland. Mr. Obama told the packed house that there were multiple factors in why he felt out of place growing up. Both Obama and Steph Curry spoke for about an hour, answering questions from the audience and joking around. President Obama also took credit for Steph Curry's lethal jump shot. Take a listen to this.
And with that, I'm going to turn it over to somebody who has brought a lot of joy to this area. And even Bulls fans have to acknowledge that it's been fun to watch the Warriors and the greatest shooter of all time, because I gave him some tips right before, about 5 seasons ago. There's film of this in the White House. Mr. Steph Curry.
That's cute. One of the most exciting things I heard since I showed up today was when we did our PSA about 4 years ago, where you taught me how to keep my elbow in.
Exactly. Yeah, he was,
helped me.
He was kind of.
I was kind of chicken winging
a little bit, and it wasn't working. So
you helped me with my resume.
That's exactly right.
All that kind of good stuff. Obviously, I had the best mentor in that regard.
Yeah, I like that.
They have a great relationship. Yeah. Yep. Well, the former president advised the boys in My Brother's Keeper to look for mentors and to guide others. Steve, we're gearing up for the Harvey Foundation annual mentoring camp coming up this summer. I mean, you know a little bit about mentoring, huh?
Yeah, I know a little bit about it. You know.
A lot about it.
Pledged a portion of my life to it. You know.
Yeah.
It's just a good thing. Anybody that mentors, man, and it doesn't have to be, you know, like for men out there, it's a lot of great men out there listening to the show. You don't have to be famous to be a role model. As a matter of fact, the best role models I know were never famous. My father, you, those men out there, man. If you just get just pull one black dude off. Just pull one kid over to the side, and go, hey, young man, let me talk to you. I see something in you, man. I like you, man. Why you wear your pants like that? Hey, man, I love you, man. Hey, man, what you want to do with your life? Hey, man, I've been watching you walk around the block, man. Do you know you're going to mess around and be somebody?
You slid that right on in there, didn't you? Uh-huh.
What did I slide?
Gonna mess around and be somebody?
Yeah.
It's just the way you said it, you know?
Oh, you trying to say I was talking to Tommy?
No. I just like the way you just, you made it casual, conversational.
I ain't even said nothing.
I was sincere, Steve. I like the way,
okay.
I like the way you said it. It was conversational.
Yeah, I actually used it on this kid at the airport. He came up to me. I was coming from on an international flight. Mm-hmm. I was out at Atlanta airport. Mm-hmm. He said, man, Steve Harvey. I said, hold on, man, you need to talk. I said, man, I want to talk to you. Tuck your shirt in while you're talking to me. Man, he just started tucking his shirt in. He was saying he worked at the airport.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You slid that in.
I said, hey, man, pull your pants up, tighten your belt. Man, Miss Harvey, talk to me. What's up, Miss Harvey? And I had his attention. I started mentoring the kid. He graduated from Georgia Southern University. He's on the way to becoming an engineer.
Wow.
And I'm not saying it was because of that day, but I spent a lot of time talking to him and helping him out. And we just became friends. And, he wanted me to come to his graduation and everything.
But I like the way you said it. You weren't preachy. You weren't like lecturing him. It was very conversational. And I like that, personable. The way you slid it in. Pull your pants up. Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In today's entertainment news, according to Chicago PD, Jussie Smollett has been indicted for falsifying false police report. It's a Class 4 felony, which carries a maximum of 3 years. 3 years. He could get 3 years for this. 3 if he's charged and found guilty. 3 years maximum prison sentence. Wow, the indictment was handed down late Wednesday.
I don't wish prison time on anybody, man.
Absolutely
it's just not a pleasant place, man. I hope the dude gets probation, and some community service.
And I hope he learns an invaluable lesson. Yeah, he needs.
Yeah, I mean, he should be required to do some type of therapy. Or something, some community service and pay the fine.
Yes.
Because it cost him a lot of money. But other than that, man, because I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what's going to happen to him, man, but I've seen people do a lot worse and not do no time.
Yeah. You better talk, Steve.
Tell many lies, many lies.
Ain't nobody get hurt but him, and he ran. It's crazy what he did. I'm not justifying what he did at all, but I hope the young brother just get him some probation and, get him some help and pay the fine and do some community service.
And I hope he learns something from this.
Well, I mean, the lesson already learned.
Man.
You ain't, cause there's no way he thought this was ever gonna happen. So the lesson is learned. The fix is in. Now you have to pay, and let's just hope that the pay is through community service and a fine, because I think it'll do more good.
Time, yeah.
Well, I mean, what he need hard time for, really? I mean, he didn't hurt nobody. He hurt some people who stood up for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if my daddy was here, he'd say, good ass whooping ain't never hurt nobody.
This is really
don't want
sad.
Yeah.
This is just unbelievable.
I mean,
I know.
like we can't afford this.
It seems so
Black
unnecessary.
people.
Yeah. It's just not necessary.
Yeah, 20th Century Fox and Fox Entertainment issued a statement on Wednesday saying that Jussie Smollett continues to be a consummate professional on set. As we have previously stated, he is not being written out of the show. So they want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Hell no. And I'm going to tell you something. To write him out now would be crazy, because everybody going to tune in and see what's happening now.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll put that in the story.
The exact same footage.
We're like I have Empire. Where Jesse? And then somebody, he downstairs getting a sandwich. And then
his name is Jamal.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now?
No, he all the way in it now, baby. I've been waiting on you to get over here. Come on.
That's
clean
all
us.
I'm gonna do.
Don't leave me.
No, see, Carla gonna get mad at me. So I'm gonna stop now.
Too late. I'm already there.
I'm gonna stop now.
This ignorant show right here, man. We don't care.
Lucius, where Jamal?
Now, who is Jamal?
That's
Jussie Smollett's character on Empire, Steve.
Well, that ain't what they call him on CNN. I ain't heard nobody say Jamal yet. They talking about Jesse on
name
CNN.
on Empire.
Okay. I'm just saying.
All right, coming up, we'll get to our last break of the day on this Thursday, and then we'll close it out with some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey. That's all coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Here we are, last break of the day, guys. It's been a pretty fun, crazy, ignorant day on this crazy, ignorant show. A lot of fun today. But, Steve, now it's time to get a little serious and so we can learn ourselves something.
I just want to encourage people to do something really, really simple today. And I think this is something that most people would agree to want. It's really this simple. Everybody should want more for your life. I'm talking about your life right there, the one that you have. You should want more for your life. You should never allow yourself to become complacent. Now, I want you to understand something. Some people get complacency confused with they don't want to seem ungrateful. Once again, some people get complacency confused with not wanting to appear ungrateful. Well, I don't want to keep asking God for nothing because I don't want him to think I ain't grateful for what I have. Well, thank him for it then. That's really simple. Simply thank God for what you have. That's the gratitude. But then it's still okay to want more for your life. Here's the good news. God actually wants you to have more for your life. God is really looking for people to show off. He really is. I happen to raise my hand all the time and volunteer. I do. I just say, God, pick me. Come on, do me. Use me, show me. Now, that doesn't mean I'm perfect. I'm far from it. But I do want God's blessings to be able to flow through me. So I keep an open channel in my life for that stuff to flow through. First of all, I want more. That's the beginning of getting it. Then I have the good sense to ask him for more. You have not because you ask not. Well, I happen to be a big asker of stuff. So now I want more, I ask for more. Now here's the trick to asking for more and wanting more. You have got to be willing to do more. Uh-oh. Now you got to do more. Now, that's the one thing that stops so many people from having and wanting more for their life. If God will give you blessings and God will increase your measure in life, if God comes to give you life and give you life more abundantly, if he's promised to do that for you, and what you have to do in return is you have to be willing to do more. See, you can't get more without doing more. Convenience is built through inconvenience. You can stop wanting what you see everybody else with, and you ain't willing to do what everybody else did to get it. Quit looking at Oprah's pile over there if you ain't willing to do what Oprah did, which the average person is not. Because the average person wants to be comfortable. And you can't be successful and stay comfortable. I was interviewing a wrestler on my show yesterday, Dave Bautista. Great story, man. This cat was really out of it. Really, really fascinating story he had. And we were talking, and he was talking about living outside your comfort zone. And I told him one of the things that I've had to learn how to do in order to become successful is I've had to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. He said, wow, that's a great way to put it, Steve. I have learned how to be comfortable while I'm uncomfortable. Because in order to get successful, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to do things that you don't feel like doing all the time. You have to show up when you don't want to show up. You have to be there when you feel like being somewhere else. You have to say yes a lot of times when you really want to just say no. That's where you at, man. That's how you become successful. But you can't keep asking God for more and you ain't willing to do more. It doesn't make any sense. It cannot happen that way, folks. So come on. I want you to want more for your life. But there's a scripture that backs that up too. It said, to whom much is given, much is required. Now, if you don't want the requirements, then he gonna have to pull up on the giving. But if you want the giving, know that here come the requirements. So one more time, if you don't want the requirements, he gonna have to pull up on the giving. Do not be the one who blocks your own blessings. Want more for your life and be willing to do the things to accept and receive more. It's just discipline. It's just some more work. But if you just cut out some of the BS, man, just cut out some of the happy hours. Just cut out some of the drinking. You can't smoke one every day, dog. You can't go to all the clubs. So man, you just gonna run all the women. That's what you're gonna do. All of them. I got news for you, man. Can't be successful that way. You can't.
Drop it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, come on, drop it. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Have
Y'all
a
have a
great
great
day.
weekend.
Thursday, it's good. It's good.
Don't worry about that.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.